Is it recording?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's see. I want to have the what is this? Sure, Mike. Thanks for coming. I'm Adam. I'm the president of UFSIT. I'm not going to be talking that much today, but I'll be walking around saying hi to people, helping people, things like that. I'm going to leave things off over to Andre. That's our vice president. Please give him a round of a hand. Thanks for coming.
Yay. Okay. So, let's get started. Does the slides work? Yay. Okay. Yeah. So this is what you guys are here for, UFSIT. But what is that name? UFSIT? What do we do? Why are we called UFSIT? Is it because we sit in our chairs all day? No. It stands for UF Student InfoSec Team. And when I first joined, I had no clue what InfoSec means. It's short for information security, which is the fancy way of saying cybersecurity. For some reason, professionals don't like saying cybersecurity. I always hear them say information security, and I don't get why. But that's what we are, UFSIT. So why should we care about cybersecurity at all? And that's a good question. I want you to think of it like this. Anytime we write code, we write bugs. We've all experienced that. And we get an error message, things don't work. It's very obvious. But there's another type of bug, a security vulnerability that remains completely silent. And you never notice it until you start going looking for it. That's what cybersecurity is about. And these vulnerabilities, once discovered, allow you to gain access to the machine. So if we think about everything that involves code in it, that includes our transportation, our healthcare, our payment systems, everything is affected. Everything is vulnerable. And I don't know, just show of hands, has anyone here been affected by the CrowdStrike incident that happened like 2 months ago? All the airports down, hospitals down. Yeah. So from that, we can tell how prominent cybersecurity is, how everything is affected. And the thing is, that wasn't even a security threat. That was just some guy made an oopsie. So what happens when people are actually trying to attack? And just this year alone, we have AT&T, all people's, like everyone's records have been obtained, health records have been obtained. And then just this month, everyone's, or 2.7 billion people's social security number got leaked. That's pretty bad. So hopefully by now you guys can tell cybersecurity is kind of important. It shows up in a lot of places. But if that still doesn't sell you, let's talk about how it affects you as a student. Basically, in order to learn how to hack something, you first got to know how it works. So the things you'll learn in doing cybersecurity are going to help out with other stuff. For example, classes like reverse engineering. Classes like computer organization. If you do reverse engineering, you figure out how all this stuff works, it's going to help out. Operating systems, well, we work directly with operating systems like Linux or Windows.
Sorry. Really quickly, if you have an open seat next to you, could you please raise your hand? I saw very few, but I see that there are people standing up. If you don't want to stand up, I understand. I wouldn't either. See if there are open seats. I can't tell if those are open, but yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah, there's a couple over here as well. If you want to come sit down. All right.
Okay. But yeah, we learn a lot of things that help out with a lot of different fields. And if you're going to do any form of engineering, cybersecurity is an important aspect. So by coming here and taking that initiative, it's going to help you out in the long run. So once again, thank you guys for coming. Also, if you didn't know, there are specific classes geared towards cybersecurity. You can actually get a certificate if you take those specific classes. And we also offer additional classes. There's a bunch of them. Not all of them are still offered or even relevant. But if you're curious, ask and we can let you know. But now let's introduce the people that are going to help you out, because cybersecurity is a very broad field and it's kind of difficult to get into at first, especially if you're a complete newbie. So we're here to help you guys out, transition into all of this and figure out what's going on. Adam, he already introduced himself. He's our president. I am the vice president. Dr. Wilson, for a long time, has been our sponsor, our faculty representative. But this year, we actually have two. Dr. Resh is also a faculty member starting this year. So that's really nice because now we have two professors supporting us. Let's see. I guess we can just go down the row. If you guys want to come up and say something, go ahead. We have James, who is our webmaster. He's over there, and he's responsible for this beautiful website. Oh my gosh, that's today. This is a great place to figure out stuff. If you're curious about something, just go to this website and look around. You want to learn about our teams? Oh my God, here are our teams. You can go to places and wow, so many resources. We have a lot of resources available to help you guys get started. So if you ever have questions, ask away, go to the website, figure stuff out. Yeah. So that is our website. We have Cole. Cole, where are you? Yay, Cole. Cole is responsible for stuff, including stickers. So we have stickers. We'll be giving them out if you guys are interested. And yeah. Heidi, is Heidi here? I don't know. She's responsible for fundraising. Jaden. Jaden? Yay. Hi, Jaden. He's responsible for reaching out to companies, which you'll hear about later. Julian is our treasurer, responsible for pizza. Say something? No? Okay. You guys will get pizza soon. Almost there. And then we have individual team captains who will get to talk later. So this year we want to try to introduce something, a mentor-mentee system. So if you're experienced and you want to help people out, you guys can go and sign that QR code and sign up. In about a week, we'll open up the mentee positions so that people interested in finding someone to help guide them can sign up. But as you can see, all of you are new. Most of you aren't going to be mentors. So let's do something else while we do that. Can you pull up the Mentimeter? Yes. And while we are doing this, if you guys are hungry, you can come up and get a slice of pizza. We kind of underestimated how many people would come. So there isn't that much pizza, but if you want, come up, get a slice. And yeah, and we'll do Mentimeter right now. Yeah?
Still pizza.
Yeah, sorry, I'm late. I'm having dinner. I'm having dinner. So yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Probably Jim, so I'm not gonna do that.
The other side.
The first box.
There's napkins here. Please be like somewhat chill. There you go. I'm just gonna leave them over here, right?
Can I get a napkin just to grab it?
Yeah, thank you for asking. I wish more. There is.
Okay, I'm vegetarian, so I'm not gonna grab the pepperoni.
Yeah.
Hey. And cheese is below.
I think you're gonna
I didn't get a. I like your interactive. You know, I don't know, you like scrolling to the side, but like, you like.
Well, I mean,
I like reading it. Yeah.
I'm gonna slide.
Jeopardy's done.
Okay. Oh my god, napkin.
Yeah. Yes, I can talk to that.
You want to say stuff? Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, once the
To make the people that
all right.
Okay.
When I get that, I'm gonna. You know what? Okay. All right. All right. That's pretty loud. All right. I see that a lot of us are computer science and computer engineering majors, which is reasonable considering this is the security club. But I do see some other majors in there. Like um horticulture minor. That's interesting. And also gender studies and public relations. So I mean it's not just computer it's not only computer people doing this. So I mean feel free to join. Um and yeah. So we have a few more survey questions. So to help us get to know you guys a little bit better. So we're gonna continue on. So just let us know what year you are. It's gonna be interesting to find out.
actually have a high school kid.
No,
there's people on the Zoom. Some might actually.
Yeah.
Dude, a lot of people on the Zoom. How many?
There's quite a few on the
Bad. There's so many people on the Zoom.
Well, I see that most of us are first and second years, which is good. I mean, you're here to learn, and we hope that you'll stay with us as we introduce some of our teams later on. There's you'll be able to learn more about our teams later on, and we hope that you'll be able to stay. And and I I have a feeling that many people here are new to cybersecurity. But we'll see. I think if this is your first time here, please don't feel out of place. So far right now, I think it looks like most people that have responded are new. So yeah. We I like to think that a lot of our teams, which you'll hear more about later, are really open to beginners and beginner friendly. And especially since most people here are like brand new, I think you'll definitely find a place. And let's move on. So I guess this is one of the important ones. How did you find out about us? Did we come to your club? Did we come to your class and like talk or? All right, it's good. Most people or a lot of people are hearing about us through class. So Dr. Wilson's class requirement. That's kind of fun. All right, and last one. Um if you have any in mind, just I guess let us know about what you'd like to learn about or yeah. And I think that might be it. So we're gonna hide the survey now, but feel free to keep putting responses in. We'll take these into consideration. as we continue. So, whoops. All right. How do you? All right, and I'm gonna hand that back to Andre now.
Yes, hello. Okay. So it was great seeing all of the wide variety of people we got here. One thing to put out first is code of conduct. We are hacking stuff. That is usually bad, but if you do it for good reasons, it is good. So please, like, go about things in an ethical way, vibe with people, don't be mean. All of us are here to learn. So if anyone has questions, please help them out. Okay. We're all just buddies here. So now, yes, our team meetings. You guys are here at our first ever meeting, the GBMs. As you can see, GBMs are every Thursday. And as you can see, we're a bit crazy. We kind of do meetings every single day of the week. Don't get intimidated by that. You're not meant to come to every meeting. What we're doing is we're offering variety. So there's a lot of different things you can do. The goal is try them out, find something that interests you, and stick with it. And now we're going to go through some of our teams in more detail so you can kind of get an interest. And if it seems cool, come to their meetings. So first of all, GBMs, we do presentations, we give pizza. Hopefully we'll have more pizza next time. We didn't expect so many people. And we're going to try and give you some hands-on practice. So I'm not just here yapping. You guys could actually do stuff. Some future topics we have next week is Intro to Linux. If you are a complete newbie, this is going to be critical for you because Linux is kin in cybersecurity. Using the terminal shows up everywhere. Even if you're experienced, I'm going to whip together a few fun challenges for you. So either way, it's going to be an interesting experience. And we've got some really cool stuff. 2 weeks from now, the Android talk. One of the alumni of UFSIT, Scott. Scott's going to come and talk about Androids and phones and how they work, and maybe a bit about how to hack them. Yeah, definitely how to hack them. So that's going to be really interesting. I'm going to give a talk intro to side channels. It's basically talking about how computers are sus. You'll understand when we get there, okay? So you want to keep coming. And then we got a few really cool ones coming up. Lock picking will happen sometime. There's a little special surprise with that one, so stay tuned. And then we're also going to do what is it, Adam? Adam's going to do a talk about AI or something and how to use it to hack people. Hacking everything that uses AI. That's pretty interesting. So we've got lots of different things coming up. And yeah, let's go into our first team, Red Team, which is led by Mr. Aiden over here. Oh, give a hand up for Aiden.
Yeah, what's up? So my name is Aiden, and I am the red team captain. If you've never heard of the term red team, it goes by a few different names, OffSec, penetration testing, ethical hacking, but it all basically means the attacking part of cybersecurity, identifying a target, getting unauthorized access, that sort of stuff. The main competition here at Red Team is called CPTC, stands for Collegiate Penetration Testing Competition. And if you're at all interested in being a penetration tester as like a career, I would highly recommend trying to get into this because it's a pretty good experience. The meetings are on Mondays in Malachowski. The room is still being figured out, but there will be more info on that in the coming weeks. And yeah, there's not much more to say about that, but if you're interested in hacking into things, Red Team is the place to be.
Oh, Red Team is really cool because they attack stuff. Attacking is fun. But again, about the meetings, most of our individual team meetings, like Red Team, Blue Team, CTF Team, most of them are going to be in Malachowski. We'll put an announcement in the Discord for when specifically it is. And oh yeah, if you guys haven't joined the Discord, join the Discord because every week we put up announcements of all the meetings, when they are, what they're about. Cool stuff. Our next competition is, our next team is Blue Team, which is headed by Alex. Everyone give him a round of applause.
Hey guys, my name's Alex. I am the team captain for the blue team this year, and essentially the blue team is the counterpart to the red team. We're the guys sitting on the computers, monitoring for suspicious activity, defending networks, and that sort of thing. As you can see, we have a little bit of success this past year. We placed second in some national and third in some national tournaments. And this upcoming academic year and this semester, actually, we have some travel tournaments coming up. And additionally, our team is mostly graduating after this year. So if you're interested in getting into the competition team, getting some experience, and being able to lead this team in the future as you guys continue on in your careers, highly recommend you join at this point because we're going to do our best to train you guys up because a lot of us are leaving this year. So show up. We will be in Malachowski on Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. And like Andre said, there will be more details on that later.
Thank you. Yeah, I definitely recommend NCAE. Very good introductory competition, like the first I did. So blue team is a pretty good introduction. But what's even better is CTF team. CTF is Colin here? Yes, Colin. Yay. Yay, Colin.
Hey everyone. So CTF team is our capture the flag team. So every week we participate in competitions about capturing flags. So there's a bunch of different things you can do. So binary exploitation, reverse engineering, OSINT, cryptography. We do a whole bunch of different categories. So if you're interested in anything really cybersecurity related, there's probably going to be a challenge there. We have meetings every Wednesday in Malachowski, which is, don't believe we have a room decided yet, but it's 6 to 7 in Malachowski. And then on Saturdays, we have just a meeting like doing actual competitions. So this weekend, we're actually doing a meeting. I don't know if Marston's going to be big enough for us, but we'll see if enough people can fit into a Marston room. If not, we're going to figure out something else. But this week we're doing Seesaw, which is a CTF competition. So it's a little bit more beginner friendly. And if you guys want to join in, we're going to be doing a bunch of different stuff. We're going to get you introduced to a bunch of different security topics and just actually start working on stuff right away. And you can start earning points for our team and we'll do amazing. So if you guys are interested, you should definitely check it out. Yeah, question.
Do they count for pen testing extra credit?
They do count for pen testing extra credit. So if you guys would like some pen testing extra credit, you should definitely check that out.
Oh, it's credit now? Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, CTFs are great. And actually, we host our own CTF competition called Swamp CTF. It's fun. If you want to write challenges for that, let us know. You can help out with that. It is pretty fun. But also we got killer logos. Like, look at that Gato. He's so cute. And then like a few years ago, they had this really nice t-shirt that they gave out last year. I was gonna wear it, but I couldn't find it. But really cool stuff. Hopefully we get some great merch this year. We'll see. And our last team, or rather sister organization, is WESIS, headed by Alanis, who's going to talk a bit.
So WESIS is Women in Cybersecurity. So it's kind of like a way for us to promote more women in the cybersecurity field. It's completely beginner friendly. You don't have to know anything at all. We kind of cover a little bit of anything that you guys want to learn about. Specifically for this semester, we plan to do exploit development workshops. So what it's going to be entailing is kind of like a modular approach to like a big program, C++, Python. And every time you show up, we might be doing a new functionality, whether that be to inject into a DLL or a program or do something cool to manipulate something on a computer. Anything like that, we'll probably do a workshop on that. And they'll happen semi-frequently on Fridays from 6 to 7 p.m. Also Malachowski. But yeah, be on the lookout for any announcements about meetings or anything we'll be competing with. You're more than welcome to show up if you're interested in what we're doing that week. You don't have to be a woman to come join us. So if anything interests you about WESIS and anything we're doing, you want to participate, show up.
Yes. And in case like when we throw around big words and you don't know what they mean, if you're new, that's all right. You're going to learn everything. We're going to help you out. It's all good. And lastly, we also do professional development stuff. Yeah, Jaden, talk about it. Let's go.
So, in addition to all the technical skills that you'll be getting from coming to the meetings, I want this to be a place, in addition, that you get direction career-wise. So we've been planning a career fair. We do it every year. It will fall this year on September 24th, which is Career Week at UF. It's Tuesday from 3:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. at the New Engineering Building Rotunda. And in addition, we are bringing in guest speakers to our meetings. That's something I want to do more frequently so that you can learn where the technical skills are applied in real life and just have engagement with recruiters and can ask questions about different career paths. So in addition to learning about all these computer components and technical components, I want you guys to be able to know where you want to go with them. So definitely keep coming.
Nice. Okay, and we are nearing the end of the presentation. Just to finish it off, some words of advice. First of all, Google is your friend. If you don't know something, Google it up. This seems obvious at first, but sometimes when you're doing challenges, you run into an error and you're like, I don't know what to do. This is so confusing. Google it. It's going to help out. ChatGPT is also pretty useful. There's another thing called Google Dorkin, which is basically like advanced Google. If your Google searches aren't specific enough, I can do a brief demo. So like if I want to search up someone like Adam Hassan, I wonder who that is. And oh, that doesn't look, no, that's not right. I'm pretty sure Adam's a student. He doesn't do surgery. So I'm going to remove surgery from my query. And now look, oh my God, it's Adam. That's crazy. So yeah, this is just like a really quick introduction to OSINT, open source intelligence, which is basically professional stalking. So if you're interested in that, we might do a GBM sometime. Depends on how interested people are. But this just goes to show Google is powerful. Anything is available on the internet. If you're ever stuck, Google. You can figure out some really cool stuff. Like Adam Hassan seems pretty cool. And yes. Also ask friends for help if you need. We're all here to help. And a lot of us are very experienced and know like the right way of approaching things to get the most learning gains. And yeah. Adam, you want to finish it off? Okay, yeah.
So I thought I'd give some words of advice as a little closer. Fun fact, this is my 5th year in UFSIT. That's because when I was in high school, I tried to pretend that I was a college student and I went to UFSIT meetings. I didn't tell anyone I was a high school student. And everyone was really, really helpful, especially because I didn't know how to code barely. I didn't know anything about Linux. I didn't know anything about assembly or cryptography or reverse engineering. Some of our members, actually, I remember being in like my high school gov class asking, hey, how do I do this problem? And people would be like, just call me on Discord. Something important to note about cybersecurity is there's quite a big learning curve. And it might take you a bit to get over the hump, but you just have to remember to ask questions. Like every other field in engineering, there are a lot of pretentious people that will pretend like they know everything. You know, they'll spew a bunch of like complicated words at you and they'll be like, oh yeah, this is super, super easy. You just have to remember nobody's that good. And you have to be willing to Google. This is really important for engineers. You have to know how to Google. Please Google. And you have to be able to ask questions. I started off knowing nothing. And then I started going to the CTF meetings and they taught me the basics. And then I thought red teaming was cool. So I started doing red teaming. And then I realized that blue teaming and red teaming go hand in hand. And eventually I ended up going to like every single one of the meetings. I don't necessarily recommend that. But something I'd like to recommend to all of you is if you're really interested in computers, learning cybersecurity, learning how to hack, how to defend, try to show up to a few of the meetings that are going to be happening next week, where you're going to like be introduced to those competitive teams. We are one of the best teams in the country for competitions. We have competitions for freshmen that have unlimited number of seats. And we also have competitions for people who are more experienced that freshmen still sometimes go to if you're willing to work hard enough. So if you need any help, please message me. I love helping people. I will always respond to questions. Please reach out to any of the other people on the board or just ask questions in Discord. And yeah, ask questions, remember that you are smart, you are engineers, and you know how to do this. You just have to be able to get over that initial hump, and eventually will do well. Also, I care. Oh yeah, you have a question? Uh, yeah. Colin, you said 1:30 to 3:30? Saturday, yeah, we'll make an announcement. By the way, I just want to tell you, we do have a Discord bot. If you want to be on our competitive teams, we used to have people from other schools join and try to steal our secrets. You do have to verify to be on that, and there's a bot that'll let you do that. Also, just take a look through the Discord. I'm always posting jobs. I really, really want all of you to have cybersecurity jobs, or at least be able to tell a recruiter, hey, I know security, and for that recruiter to be impressed. So, be involved. It's great to have everyone here. Thanks.
Yeah. And once again, wow, so many people to help you guys get over that hump. We have some practice questions recycled from last year. So if you were here last year, you may have done some of them. But basically just go to this link. Adam, can you post the link in the Discord so it's easier for people to access? Yeah, and it's basically just some really easy, nice challenges. If you want to stay here and chill and do them, you can. If you get a question right, you can come up, win some candy or stickers. And if you are good, you can leave. We're not going to hold you any longer. But I'm just going to demo one of these challenges. So like a lot of these are beginner friendly. And like what I was saying about Googling, if you don't know what you're looking at, for example, you look at this challenge and you're like, huh? I have no clue. I don't know encryption. I don't know cryptography. The names are pretty helpful. For example, this one is ROT 13. And when you Google, oh, that's some cryptography stuff. Interesting. So if you ever get stuck, Google stuff. It's going to be helpful. And yes. Cole, do you want to see stuff? No. Okay. Thank you all for coming. You've been great.